Hello everybody, this is the TexasDeacon. Thank you for joining me. The title of today's lesson is The Oklahoma City Bombing. It happened in April 1995. The Alfred P. Murrah Building, Federal Building. I'm doing this lesson in response to one of my viewers. The internet name he goes by is ASDFXCXU. Today's scripture reading is John 8:32. John 8:32. And you shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. It's hard to find the truth this day and time. It's getting harder and harder every day, it seems. I did a lesson where I referred to all of the bombings, the Islamic bombings, directed at America that I could remember. And I asked my viewers to fill in the gaps where I had forgotten. And I knew I would miss some. I and a lot of others want to wake up the United States of America and the rest of the world to the real threat of Islam. Islam does not want to coexist with other religions, other beliefs, other persuasions. The Quran teaches that if an individual would not accept Islam, then they are to be killed. Simple as that. And now the Islamic connection to Oklahoma City bombing. Those of us who are old enough to remember those days and all that happened will remember the search for John Doe number 1 and John Doe number 2. The police had eyewitness descriptions of John Doe 1 and 2. From these eyewitnesses, the police were able to create drawings of these two individuals. The police are very good at doing this, by the way. The likeness of John Doe number 1 and John Doe number 2 were given to the world. For a few days, everyone, all law enforcement officers and everybody else, was looking for John Doe number 1 and John Doe number 2. Then, without warning, they suddenly announced there was no John Doe number 2. It was all a big mistake. At least some of the eyewitnesses described John Doe number 2 as being Middle Eastern extract. But all of a sudden he no longer existed, even though they had had many eyewitnesses. Old memory is vague, mine is anyway. And if I remember this correctly, that, and I did not follow the trial that closely at the time, but during the trial, Timothy McVeigh was never placed in Oklahoma City. However, he was there, he was in the truck when it arrived at the Murrah Building. No question about that. Supposedly, he was caught on camera at a truck stop in the outskirts of Oklahoma City that morning. However, if you use that evidence in court, the man he was with had a close connection to either the FBI or the CIA, and I do not remember which. Now, there's a bunch of other videos that have gone missing, and this was brought up on a talk show one time. It said all the businesses around downtown Oklahoma City have video cameras pointed at the front of their store. It reduces their insurance rates, and they would have gotten videos of the truck in which McVeigh and another man were in as it went to the Murrah Building. It's my understanding that the FBI collected all these, and of course, you know the rest of the story. On April 19th, all law enforcement was on heightened alert in this country. The 15 to 17 people who worked for the ATF in the Murrah Building were given the option of not going to work. I have here final report, Oklahoma City bombing. Now this is 550 pages. It is thorough, and if you had any doubts about what's going on when you get through reading this, and it's nobody's opinion, it's just the facts. Even there's a lot of copies of handwritten letters by people. People are making statements in here, having their photos, and this is still available through Amazon.com. It's the final report on the bombing of the Alfred P. Murrah Building, April 19, 1995. Now, Library of Congress catalog number 200117318. Now, I have two other New American magazines. One is dated May 13th, 1996, and other July 20, 1998. They both have stories, extensive stories on the Oklahoma City bombing, the multiple bombs, the cover-up, and the whole thing. Now, here's what we're going to do. They have a telephone number here from 98, and it's still good, by the way. And I'm going to read this to you. The New American is published bi-weekly by American Opinion Publishing Incorporated, 770 West Hill Boulevard, Appleton, Wisconsin, 54914. The phone number is 920-749-3784. Give these people a call, and I did, and the pre-recorded message said back issues were available. Where these are available, I do not know. Find out for yourself. Get yourself a copy of the final report, and be prepared to be shocked. Well, maybe some of you won't be shocked because you understand what's going on. May God continue to bless and forgive the United States of America. May God continue to bless the Republic of Texas. And may God continue to bless you and yours.